Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, August 10th, 2024, and I am changing things way up today. I'm going to be targeting snakeheads. I've never caught a snakehead, but I did some research and I came to this spot, which I've never fished before. I suspect that there should be snakeheads here, so I'm going to see if I can't catch my first one today. I may not catch a snakehead today. I may not catch a fish of any kind today. Today is all about learning, making mistakes, and having a good old-fashioned adventure. Well, so far I have been scanning the shallows because I know sometimes snakeheads will come up into very shallow water. So far, all I have been seeing are sunfish, which is not necessarily a bad thing because it shows us two things. One, that fish can live in this place, and two, there is a forage base for snakeheads or any other predatory fish. So, though I have not seen an actual snakehead yet, I feel like the raw materials are all there for a snakehead fishery. Something was following this. I saw a wake. Look at all those fry right there. I wonder if those are snakehead fry. They kind of look like it. They have like rounded tails, and they're definitely longer than they are deep. They're definitely not sunfish, and I don't think they're bass. Oh my God, look, that's a snakehead, and he's a big one, and those are snakehead fry. There's two of them. There's a big one and a small one. Well, okay, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop this back in there because I was just about to change lures, but I'm gonna drop this back in and see if I can't get one of those fish to bite. One of them is a monster. I mean, I don't know, length to weight ratios on snakeheads, but I'd bet one of them goes like 7 or 8 pounds. If I can finish doing this knot. Okay. Look at this, I'm so nervous I can't even tie knots. All right, let me get back to you once I get this thing tied back on. I had one looking at it, but he swam off. All right. Well, I made several different lure changes to see if I could get those two snakeheads I saw to bite, or at least one of the two, and nothing doing. So decided to leave them behind. I might go back there and try again in a little while, but I am moving on now to find new fish. Now that I know that they're here, I feel more confident that I will see more than just those two today. And I gotta say, for this fish that's supposed to be hyper aggressive and devour everything in its path, it sure did ignore every lure I put in front of its face. All right guys, so I'm 2 hours into this whole thing. So let's recap what we've learned so far. First of all, and I think most importantly, there are definitely snakeheads here. That is a fact. There's no doubt about it. And second thing we've learned is they do not appear to be as aggressive as the mainstream media would have us believe. And third, the only place that I have seen them or seen evidence of them so far has been in matted vegetation, which means they're probably in there to get out of the sun because they don't like direct sun any more than most other fish. So we are starting to put the puzzle pieces together, and the more we learn, the better chance we have at actually catching one of those things. Well, I fished around this whole pond, and I did try down by the bridge again, and nothing, no further action. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and bail on this spot, but there is another spot nearby that I think may have snakeheads as well. So I will see you when I get there. All right, guys, here we are at spot number 2. This is another spot that I have never fished before, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I noticed there's a lot more current here than at that other spot, and there are a lot less matted weeds, so kind of makes me wonder where the fish might be holding here. Ooh, that might have been, it might have been I don't know if it was a snakehead, but that sure felt like a hit to me. Well, there are certainly far fewer bank accessible spots at this location than there were at the last one. So I'm doing a lot more walking than fishing. As a matter of fact, even if I keep walking this trail, I don't know if I'm gonna get to a point where I'll be able to fish. So I'm gonna keep walking for a little while, but I am starting to get tired. It's late in the day. So if I don't find anything within a reasonable amount of time, I'm probably just gonna turn around and call it a day. All right, guys, I keep walking along this path and I'm peering through the thick underbrush, and it looks like the river is almost right at my feet. And then when I get to a spot like this, where it's open enough to where I might be able to make a cast, you get something like this. The river channel has shifted over in that direction, and now there's a bunch of tall grass and muck of untold thickness between me and anything fishable. So I'm gonna take a hint, and I'm gonna say that that's gonna be an end for today. So couldn't catch the snakehead I wanted today, couldn't catch anything as a matter of fact. But I wouldn't necessarily call today a failure. I certainly learned a few more pieces of the snakehead puzzle. I did see a snakehead. I saw 2 snakeheads, in fact. So it let me know that, at least with the first spot, I'm on the right track. And if I ever want to try for snakehead again, I've got a spot that I can go. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.